He had done everything right. Worked hard. Saved every paycheck. Trusted the system. But after 10 years of saving, he realized a painful truth. His money wasn't growing. It was disappearing, quietly. This is the story of Adam Khan, a man who believed that saving cash was the key to wealth, until life taught him that real wealth is never stored in a bank. Adam grew up in a small neighborhood where security meant one thing: a steady job and money safely sitting in the bank. His father always told him, "Son, save every dollar. Never risk it. The bank is your safest friend." And Adam listened. When he got his first job at 23, he opened a savings account. Each month, he proudly deposited part of his salary. He skipped parties, avoided luxuries, and lived on discipline. While his friends spent freely, Adam smiled and said, "One day, this money will make me rich." Year after year, he watched his balance climb. $5,000 became $20,000, then $50,000. He felt safe. But safety was an illusion. One weekend, he walked into a car showroom to buy his dream car. The price had doubled. He stood there, confused. He had the same $50,000 he worked years to save, but it suddenly felt worth half as much. That's when he realized everything around him had grown, except his money. He went home and began reading. That night, he discovered a word that changed everything: inflation. It said, every year, your cash loses 7 to 8% of its value. And his bank? It gave him barely 2% in return. He whispered to himself, "So, I'm not earning. I'm losing." But still, he tried to ignore it. He told himself, "At least my cash is safe." Yet deep down, he knew, safe doesn't mean growing. Safe means stuck. Then one night, while scrolling through YouTube, Adam saw a familiar face, his old college friend, David Miller, standing beside a luxury car, speaking at a business event. David once borrowed money from Adam to buy books. Now, he was teaching thousands how to build wealth. Adam clicked on the video. David said one line that froze him: "If your money is sitting in the bank, it's not safe, it's dying." Those words hit Adam like thunder. He replayed the clip 3 times. The next morning, he picked up his phone. "David, it's Adam, we need to talk." David laughed. "Man, it's been years. What's up?" Adam said softly, "I saw your video. Tell me, how did you go from broke to this?" David smiled. "It's not about more money, Adam. It's about better assets." "Assets?" Adam asked. "You mean property?" David nodded. "That's one. But there are more. Assets are anything that make money while you sleep." That sentence stayed with Adam. The next day, they met for coffee. David took out his tablet and said, "Let me show you the 4 assets that are better than cash." Asset number 1, skills and businesses. David said, "The first and most powerful asset is your ability to earn more, not by working harder, but smarter." He told Adam how. Instead of keeping money in savings, he invested it in himself. Courses, workshops, and books that made him more valuable. David learned marketing. Within a year, he started freelancing. Then, he opened a small agency. "Cash can be stolen," he said, "but skills stay with you forever." Adam sat silently. He had never invested in his own growth. All his life, he saved for safety, never for skill. That night, he made his first move. He signed up for an online photography course. On weekends, he started shooting product photos for small businesses. Soon, that side hustle became his second source of income. He finally understood. Money in the bank sleeps. Money in knowledge multiplies. Asset number 2, real estate. A few months later, David took Adam to a new housing project. "Land doesn't vanish," David said. "It appreciates quietly while you sleep." He showed Adam a small apartment he had bought 3 years ago for $60,000. Now worth over $120,000. Adam hesitated. But property needs big money. David smiled. Start small. Even a tiny space grows over time. The point is to start. After weeks of thinking, Adam finally used part of his savings to buy a small studio apartment near a new business district. He rented it out. Months later, the rent started paying for half his own living expenses. For the first time, he felt what it meant for money to work for him. When the property value rose 30% the following year, he didn't just feel proud, he felt free. Asset number 3, stocks and investments. One evening, David asked, "Do you know how the richest people in the world make money?" Adam shook his head. They don't work for it. They let their money work for them. He explained compound growth, how even $500 invested monthly can grow into hundreds of thousands over time. Adam always thought stocks were gambling, but David showed him how consistent investing, not luck, builds wealth. So Adam started small, $200 a month into index funds. Each month, he watched the line move upward, slowly but surely. For the first time, he saw his money grow without his effort. He began to realize, the poor save money, the rich grow it. Asset number 4, digital and intellectual assets. Then David leaned forward and said, the most powerful asset today isn't gold, land, or stocks, it's digital presence. He explained how he built online courses, YouTube channels, and digital products that paid him every single day, even while he was on vacation. Every video, every course, is like a small employee that never sleeps, David said. Adam was amazed. He had never thought of creating something once and earning from it again and again. So he started sharing photography tips online. Soon, people began following him. He launched a simple digital course. Then sponsorships, affiliate links, and ad revenue followed. He realized the internet had given him a factory that produced income 24 hours a day. A year passed. Adam's life didn't just change, it transformed. He still had his job, but his money no longer sat idle in a bank account. It was working in skills, in property, in investments, in digital creations. He once checked his balance every morning. Now, he checked his growth. His savings had become a portfolio worth over $100,000. And growing. He didn't just feel richer, he felt alive. One Sunday evening, Adam invited David over for dinner. They sat on the balcony overlooking the city lights. David raised a glass. "You've changed, my friend." Adam smiled. "I didn't change, David. I just changed how my money works." They both laughed. Two friends. Two different paths. One lesson. Cash is not wealth. Assets are. Most people believe money in the bank means safety. But safety without growth is just slow loss. Inflation eats your money every single day. While you protect it, it quietly loses value. If your money isn't working for you, you're still working for money. Stop letting your cash sleep. Wake it up. Send it to work. Start building assets. Skills that grow. Properties that appreciate. Investments that compound. And digital creations that pay you while you rest. Because one day, you'll realize, the richest people didn't save the most. They simply used their money wisely. Adam once had $30,000 sleeping silently in a bank account. Today, those same dollars live as assets, working around the clock, bringing him freedom, peace, and stability. He didn't get lucky. He just stopped being afraid. So before you lock your cash away, ask yourself, is my money safe or just silent? Because silence doesn't build wealth. Action does. If this story inspired you or opened your eyes, subscribe to My Decent Habits for more real stories that change the way you see money, life,